Una parte gigante de vivir afuera es definitivamente compartir espacio con una persona totalmente desconocida. En este episodio te cuento lo bonito y lo caótico de vivir con roomies junto a mi roomie coreana.
Hola a todos, bienvenidos a un nuevo episodio de Desde Afuera, and today it's gonna be different because I'm gonna be talking in English and I have a really special guest, which is my roomie, and she's Kaylee Cooper. The episode of today is gonna be all about how we're being roomies and how we share a really different cultural background. We haven't actually had big trouble living together.
No, I don't think we've had any really troubles.
But there's been different things that had my attention. And of course, when you're studying abroad or when you're out of your house and living in another country, some of the main things you will find is that you need to live with somebody else that is not part of your family. We're gonna start. How did we meet? Do you remember?
Yeah, I was a supervisor for UNF Intramurals, and you were one of the new hires.
So she was my supervisor. We were in the wellness division.
Sports wellness.
She was kind of my boss. Can you share a bit about your background, the Korean, Japanese, American influence?
yeah.
They don't know you, so.
All right. So I'm half Korean, but I did end up spending high school in Japan. Technically, I was on a military base. I didn't go to any Japanese school, but I spent 3 years there in Japan, and it was really great. I loved it there.
How old were you?
So I went from my freshman year of high school to junior year of high school.
Where you were born?
Oh, so I was born in America. Yeah, I was born in LA, Cali girl here. But my mom is half Korean, and it's funny, I actually grew up speaking Korean as well.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
but since my mom was in America and she wasn't learning English as fast as she wanted, she switched completely to English, and I now barely speak any Korean.
So you were first trying to learn Korean at your early ages.
Yeah.
And then you switched to English
Yes.
and never went back to Korean.
Never went back. Yeah.
Right.
The only time I ever spoke Korean was if I ever visited my grandparents, because they only speak Korean. So there was definitely a little bit of tension there because I wanted to talk to them, but
You couldn't because you spoke English. But you actually lived in Korea or not?
Yeah, so I lived in Korea for 3 years after I lived in Japan. So after high school in Japan, I dropped out of high school.
Okay.
And I got a GED instead so I could hang out in Korea for a bit. And I was an English tutor in Korea.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Dude, I made $50 an hour.
That's a lot. That's crazy.
Yeah. But I would go to other people's houses. So I was a private tutor. So you would give me your information. I would come over. I'd meet your kid. And then I'd make plans in English. And then I'd teach the kid how to speak English, hold conversations, how to survive in America if they're vacationing there. Stuff like that.
How do I don't know this? So how does that work? Do you feel American, or you feel like there's a really huge part of you that's also Asian? So
yeah.
Do you relate with which culture specific or both?
To be honest, I do think I'm I'm like a halfer, basically. I definitely think I'm half American and half Korean. I grew up with a lot of Korean culture, a lot of Korean cuisines, maybe not so much religion. That wasn't really ever a thing growing up for me, but Korean culture was pretty big. I went to Korean weddings. I wore hanboks when I was a kid. I had a 100-day-old ceremony. When you turn 100 years old, you have stuff placed in front of you.
Okay.
And you would, as a baby, crawl to it, and whatever you picked up, that was supposed to be your future.
100 days old.
Yes.
That's so cool.
Yeah. I think it's 100 days. I could be completely wrong.
So what'd you pick?
I picked the stethoscope.
The what?
The stethoscope that doctors use.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So she's a philosophy major?
Philosophy major, yeah.
Yeah, philosophy major. But she works at a clinic.
Yeah, I work at 3 different clinics, and then I work at a hospital.
So it's all about med school.
Yeah, med school
medicine.
is the end goal. I'm trying to be a surgeon.
After her Korean culture, she actually picked what she wants to be.
Yeah.
That's really great.
Yeah, I never realized, but I've always been interested in medicine. At first, it was veterinary medicine because I loved animals. And then I realized I can't watch an animal die. Humans, I don't like them that much. So I can work on them. But yeah.
So you can see how different we are. Yeah, I was born in Colombia. Our food, it's different. I eat with silverware, the fork and the knife.
Yeah.
And she's all about the
chopsticks,
sticks.
hands,
Yeah. I mean, the seasoning is as well.
Oh yeah, it
different.
is really different the way we cook. But I mean, I eat everything. So
Right. And I'm such a picky eater. So sometimes she's cooking at home.
I'm like, do you want some?
Yeah, and she's always like, "Oh, you want to try this?" And I'm like, "I'm afraid." But her mom made sushi the other day.
Oh, do you have some?
Yeah,
Nice. Was it good? You like it?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I liked it a lot.
Heck yeah.
So I'm trying to open myself to all the Korean culture, maybe that as well, and that's really exciting. Do you remember the first thing that made you say, "Oh, wow, she's very Latin"?
Probably just when you spoke in Spanish. I was just like, oh, okay.
Is it weird to hear me speaking in Spanish? No, not at all.
No, I'm used to hearing a lot of different languages. Like, was on military bases a lot. So like I heard mostly it was Korean at home, Japanese when I lived in Japan, and then like a lot of some of my friends were Italian.
Now that we know our background is really different, we can share, like, how do we deal with our different personalities at home?
Okay.
How does that work?
Yeah, because I'm definitely much more introverted than you.
Okay.
I have like a few close friends, and I talk to people online mostly.
Right.
Mostly because I just don't live in Florida. But like, yeah, that was like the biggest thing.
Yeah,
difference
so she
between
kind
us.
of likes to stay at home and play video games. So you might hear her screaming at somebody, but it's like they're guys on the internet.
Yeah, I get angry at games. There's no point for me to.
Yeah, and I'm a really social person. So I work 8 to 5. And then when I'm not working, either at the gym or hanging with people. So at first, I was bringing everybody home because I really wanted.
Yeah, which is not. Yeah, it's not your fault. Like that's when you first move in somewhere, like you obviously want to bring all your friends over. Like where I live.
I just wanted to show them the place.
One of the reasons I never said anything about like you like bringing people over was because like that's a normal thing to do. Like I'm the odd one saying like, can we not have people over? Like
right.
Cause like that was like our first like disagreement, I guess.
Yeah.
Cause like there's just, I will say like the one time you had people over like till like 1 a.m. I was
that was my bad.
I think I honestly wouldn't have even cared if my patient didn't die that day.
Her patient died that day.
Yeah,
And
I like came home and I was like, oh my God, I have to be social again.
She just wanted to be alone and not deal with more new people she does not know. I think that was a fact.
Yeah. But I think that was like the only people, because overall, I don't mind you bringing people over. Even yesterday, I had people over and I completely forgot to be like, hey, by the way, I have people coming over. So
it's good to have boundaries. Yes. And it's good to talk about it like in the beginning.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
you were very forward with like being like, hey, like, can I have people over? I was like, yes, of course.
No, because I think we did not like.
We didn't really specify though, like sort of people coming over, like, because my assumption when you're like, can I have people over, was like, can I have people over for like dinner and like, can people sometimes stay the night? And like, yeah, of course. But every day?
Yeah, I was bringing people every day. And once I had a friend, like she stayed 2 nights.
That was.
And I know, but I forgot to tell her. Oh, we have a cat.
Yes.
It's her cat.
Yeah, but
I feel like it's kind of our cat.
It's our cat. Yeah. Dobby is ours now.
His name is Dobby. So Dobby was kind of upset those days that I was bringing people.
Dobby is a very sensitive cat. He's an anxious little dude.
I felt at the beginning you didn't want it to talk to me.
Yeah.
Maybe really straightforward. Isa, I don't like you bringing too many friends. It's exhausting, or maybe like that. Like you were keeping that to yourself.
Yeah.
And then when Dobby started throwing up, you were like, I think this is because of the people you're bringing. Yeah. And then I understood, and we had that conversation about the boundaries, or maybe texting before bringing people. Not a big deal, but I feel like it's important when you have a roomie, and also when your roomie is that different and have different lifestyles. She can stay like up late playing games.
I'll like stay up till 3 a.m.
Yeah, and I have to sleep early, like 10:30 or 11 or something.
Yeah.
And I remember once I was like, I had to come to her room and
I
was
straight up like slammed on my desk. I was so angry.
And she gets excited and she starts screaming, but really hard. So I was like, girl, I can't sleep.
But like, that's valid. Like there was no reason for me to be that loud anyways. It's late at night. Probably the people upstairs could hear me too. I try my best to like be quiet when I game, but like sometimes it slips out.
Maybe something I can't understand because I'm not that person that plays video game on the internet. So that's how different we are. But it's good that we made it work.
Yeah, because like even though we're like different, we have different personalities, I still like, feel like we're both like on the same level of like person wise. Like we both have like similar values, I think.
Yeah.
So like it was easy to just like say like, hey, this is happening and I'm not really okay with it. And we'd be like, my bad. Yeah, I'll change it, you know?
And I remember with the cleaning, at first she was like, I think you're gonna hate me.
Yeah. Cleaning, I'm really bad at cleaning, to be honest. I have a chaos in my room, but like I know where everything is in that chaos.
You know your chaos.
You're definitely a clean freak. I'll say that now. But like
I know.
I don't mind leaving like a dish or two in the sink for like a day, maybe 2. Like if I'm like busy, like especially like if I'm working back-to-back days and I like get home and I'm just like, I just want to sleep or like I just want to talk to a friend and then relax for a bit instead of like doing chores.
I know. And there's also the fact that she used to live alone before having me.
Yes.
So she wasn't used to having people around and maybe think about the other people, like how they like stuff. And I was like, my mom and dad and my home has always been so clean and they were like clean freaks as well. So I was like, I want to have everything clean. And it was really a shock to me. So she had like a huge mess on the kitchen.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, there's no way I'm living here.
It's so valid though. Because like I like will have like so many dishes and then I'll like finally be like, okay, I have to do them now. So it's like I lock in and then I do them, but like it takes a second.
Yeah. And I remember she did her laundry on the table where you
Oh yeah. Cause I don't eat at the dining table.
Yeah, because she eats at her room.
Yeah. I like cause I'm like low key an iPad kid now. Like I'll go home or I'll go into I'll go home, I'll cook, and I'll go into my room and then like I'll talk to my friends or I'll watch videos. And it's like
I'm so used to eat on the dining room, so I was just shocked.
Yeah, like it's just a very different like especially because of how big my house was for like just one person.
Yeah, we have a big apartment for just the two of us.
But like I got it for a good price. So like I can't be too angry.
Yeah, so the living room was her storage. I mean,
yeah, basically
her storage. So I was like, oh my God, what is all these boxes?
Yeah. But then I walked in and then when you came in next, it was like relatively clean.
So we worked on that. And also maybe for laundry, she was used to leave the stuff at the dryer.
Yes. And I leave a lot of my clothes in the dryer because honestly, I forget about them. But then you were like, hey, like your clothes are... I was like,
but it's fine because you were used to live alone and you forget about it. But then you live with another person that also needs to do her laundry. And it's like, oh man, I need to take...
I need to lock in, bro.
Yeah.
It's bad.
But now I feel like sometimes I forget about that too. So we kind of work it out.
I mean, it's never like a big deal for me. Like if you ever leave anything out, because I'm like, okay, you know, like she's here. Like, I'm just glad you're home sometimes because we miss each other a lot. Because like you'll be out and then as soon as you get back, like I'm leaving, like if I'm working like night shifts.
But it's always good when we're both around and maybe we can talk to each other about our days and everything.
That's always fun. It doesn't happen often though.
I know, but we never got to a point where we hated each other and we didn't wanted to talk to each other.
Yeah, like overall, you're a great roommate.
Yeah, it's like being alone but together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's always good to know somebody's there if you ever need something or support.
But like we're able to like live independently from each other.
Right. right.
We're chilling.
But I also want to talk about our previous roomies.
God.
Because I had a roomie before and I stayed 1 year with her, but I shared my room. Like right now, we share the apartment. But
Yeah, we have
don't-
separate rooms, which is great.
Yeah, but we don't share the room. In most of the US universities, you have to share
You have to share
a
a room with someone.
and that's shocking.
Really?
Because, yeah, because you will, I mean, there's too many things you have to deal with. As
It's-
simple as she used to sleep with a fan just because of the noise, and I'm not used to it.
Honestly, I hate white noise. Like, I hate when people
Here, all people are about white noise. I don't use that.
I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me, you know?
Yeah, but there's too many different things I had to swallow because sometimes you feel awkward about talking about it
Yes.
because maybe you don't want to tell her
Like-
and make the environment like
Hostile.
weird and you don't want to be upset,
Mhm.
especially when you're sharing, when you're right next to each
Yeah.
other all day. Can you talk about your previous roommate? Is she better than me?
God, my previous roommate was probably the spawn of Satan, bro. Like, dude, I mean, me and her almost got into like a fight, like a physical altercation. There was literally the entire fight started because I had an online class. She was still sleeping, by the way, at 1 p.m. And yeah, she was still in bed, bro. And I was like,
my roommate was just like that, like 12 noon or 1 p.m. She was still sleeping.
like, I can sleep until then, like, if I've been up for a long time, but like, this was every day. Like, she would, like, and then she would stay in bed till like 4. Like, she would do nothing. She wouldn't even go to classes. To be honest, I'm pretty sure she dropped out already. But back then, like, she got up once, like, to go to the bathroom and like slammed the lights off. And I was like, okay, well, she was a little annoyed about that. That's fine. Like, the lights are on. You're sleeping. I get it. It's annoying.
And it's that thing that she will not tell you straight. Like,
Yeah, she won't say it to
I'm
me.
upset. She's like
Yeah, she just like was
throwing things.
doing it by action. I was like, that's a interesting way to go about this, but that's fine. I have to have the light on. And she was like, you're playing your stupid game right now. Like, you can have the light off. And I was like, hey, like, sorry, the light needs to be on. I have class. I know that you don't go to class, but I would prefer to, like, you know, get an A.
And it was 1 p.m.
It was
What's
1
your
p.m., guys. 1 p.m. And when we were getting into the fight, she was like, well, the world doesn't revolve around you. And I was like, actually, you know what? The world does revolve around me. You want to know why? Because I get up when the sun is up and I go to sleep when the sun is asleep. And like, I was like,
I'm normal.
yeah, like I'm awake with everybody else. Guess what? We're revolving around the world together. You're the oddball. But like, and then she like got really angry because I
Like,
had to turn the light on.
She exploded. Very
Yeah.
quick.
And then she started breaking my stuff. Like, she went into the bathroom and yeah.
What?
She went into the bathroom or like destroying my soaps. She like broke my razor. She like, and then like she was messing with my clothes. And I was like, all right, well, yeah. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to deal with this. And I was not going to let her break any of that. So I literally went to housing. I was like, I don't feel safe. She's breaking my stuff. And they're like, okay, well, you can stay in the safe room for a bit. So I had to stay in a safe room and then I got my
Is
own.
that like another room?
Yeah.
You had to take your stuff, like
I
remove?
took my
Okay.
essentials and then I left. That's it.
Man.
Yeah. And then
See.
I had to, so I shared a room with 2 people. So it was 3 of us in one
What?
room. Yeah.
3 people? That's a lot. That's the worst.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like the other roommate, loved her. She's great. I still talk to her.
Okay.
But it's really funny too, because after the whole scenario ended, she called and she was like, can we please go to housing together and get the other roommate kicked out instead of you?
Oh,
And I was like, I'm sorry, but like, I'm just not dealing with it. Like, I'm getting a room
and bye.
yeah, bye. Like, I love you. Like, if you ever need anything, I'm here for you, but like, I need my space right now. Like, this is insane. And I ended up missing a lot of class because I had to get my stuff from the dorm somehow. So like, I had to coordinate with the good roommate. Like, when the bad roommate was out of town or like out of the dorm, which was almost never because all she did was stay in the dorm. So
Yeah.
you're a much better roommate than her. Like, literally anyone is an upgrade.
I feel like when you're going to have a roomie and you don't know her, it's a lottery. There's no way to know how you guys are gonna deal with everything,
She was just a brat.
and it can get off your hands, like in that situation.
She was such a spoiled brat. Like, I can't even like, I can't even like comprehend it because it's like when you live with, maybe it's because I'm nice and I'm not even that nice usually. Like just common decency. Like if you're sharing a space with someone, you have to understand that like there are going to be some things that you don't like, like the light being on at 1 p.m. I'm sorry, that's an inconvenience to you. But like this is something like we're in college. Like we're all adults here. Even if we've just become adults, like we should all like take our own responsibility.
Everyone should
Do
be
what we want to
mature.
do. Like have just mature reactions to things that might aggravate you. And that was probably the most annoying tantrum that I've had to deal with. Like,
With your roomie.
yeah, it was ridiculous. Honestly, like it is what it is. Like,
Yeah.
it happened.
Sometimes they just don't respect boundaries.
No.
The other day I was sleeping. It was like Friday night, about 2 a.m. And she brought all her friends, but I was sleeping. I mean, she might be thinking I wasn't there, but I was. And I was like, dude, come here. And I was in my
Yeah, your
pajamas.
pajamas. It's
Yeah.
2 a.m.
Yeah. Crazy stuff happens at the dorms.
That's true. I feel like if you don't have a freshman experience in a dorm room, have you actually lived a freshman life? Unfortunately, a lot of people have had like good times. I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah, and it's really different to have a roomie at the dorms than at an
Than an
apartment.
apartment.
Like what we do is a different experience. It will teach you a lot.
Yeah, it'll teach you about like keeping common grounds.
No,
Like,
it's something hard unless you really get along.
you're like very
roomie.
similar to the person you're sharing a room with.
Or if it's your friend, like you actually chose to be with them or something like that. Or that might turn bad as well.
I feel like it's always a rule of thumb to never room with your friend. Even then, like, even though like she's my best friend, we were like, okay, we're never sharing like the same room again for an extended period of time because even though we never got into like fights, it was just uncomfortable to be in like a space where you couldn't really have privacy, if that makes sense.
That's the biggest thing. You
Privacy
never
is-
have your space, like, ever.
Yeah.
There's always somebody with you the whole time. But sometimes I talk to my roomie and she was like, she talked to me about her day and we shared stories about boys. She was also social, so we share clothes with each other, which was really
Nice.
crazy. It was nice at one point, like having my stuff without permission.
Okay, that's too
Yeah,
far.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. I know. That was crazy. She had my bra once without asking me. And I was like, hey, I need my bra. I'm going to a career fair and I really need it because it's the ones that fits my outfit. And she was like, oh, I'm really out of the dorm. I'm so sorry. And I was like, dude, I need my bra. And then she had my sandals. And then I saw her on campus with my sandals without permission. Like she didn't even care that
I would have snatched them right off her feet. I'm sorry. You can walk home barefoot. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm petty. That's insane.
Yeah, things can always escalate with roomies. But you know why it was? Because I never actually
you never
got mad at her and I was never like, hey, stop taking my stuff.
That's valid.
Stop doing this. Because I was too afraid. And as we were saying,
like it's hard to like say that to people. If
you don't want to make the environment weird with somebody who's always right next to you. So it's really important to make agreements the first day. Take all this into account and be like, that I don't want this to happen to me.
Yeah.
Like know your boundaries. And when I'm an only child. You're an only child.
Same. Yeah.
Okay.
I have step siblings, but
right. But I've never shared anything basically in my life.
Yeah.
Not a room, not a bathroom, not everything. It's also an opportunity to know yourself as well. Like, am I able to share? Am I able to
like actually like
boundaries and limits to people? So you can skip all this by just talking to each other.
Great.
That's the most important part.
Yeah.
But
I would have said something if it like truly bothered me, but like I didn't really care most of the time. Wow, there are people over and it's really late. This is a little annoying, but it's not something that I'm like angry at, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's not like a deal breaker.
Yeah,
it's not like I'm kicking you out.
It's like you're just like, get out.
And another important thing is that we also share the house with her mom. like after a month,
Yeah.
her mom came from Korea,
Yeah.
and for me, it's been great.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
So,
love
like, see,
her.
I was really worried.
I was afraid to have her around. She's so clean, so I was like,
Yeah.
man, I love this. She's
Yeah.
always cleaning the house. She's doing the dishes. So
I think
I
that's
love
also
her
why
for
I'm really
that.
bad at cleaning because, like, even if I left one dirty thing in the sink, she would do it for me, and I'm like, "Okay, thank you." Like, like, I got used to it, and then when I moved out,
Well,
I
I
didn't do
that
it.
too, but
Mhm.
I got used to do that things for myself. So when she told me like I just have a person
Yeah, I have someone
every two
come
weeks
over.
to clean,
Yeah,
I was like, why
because I don't vacuum.
are you paying somebody just to clean your room? Yeah, but
I don't vacuum. I'm sorry. I refuse to vacuum, and I don't know why. It's just I don't like it. Something
but
about it just
yeah, but now her mom is kind of a clean freak too,
yeah,
and
so I'm just like
we understand each other a lot. And she bought like the ultimate
yeah, like a
Dyson
Dyson
vacuum,
vacuum, and I was just like,
which
"Okay."
is amazing. So she takes care of that, and I'm not saying like you're gonna work if somebody cleans for
Mhm.
you, but I don't think this is a common case where you live with your
Your
roomie's
roommate's mom.
mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was really good for me to get more into the culture, only like looking at how she cooks, because she's always making like traditional dishes.
Yes. That I will say it's probably because I love Korean food. Korean food is like even when I was by myself, I would make Korean food a lot, but, like,
Right.
it's never as good as my mom's food, you know?
So she's really dedicated, and she's always asking me about my day, and I feel so loved. The other day she was on FaceTime with my parents.
Oh my god, yeah, she told me about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Maybe this is the American in me, but, like, I always feel bad when my mom talks to you because 'cause I'm
Why?
scared that she's bothering you.
No, she's never bothering me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I only say that because, like, I love my mom, but she's also a very hyper person. She's very bubbly.
Okay.
She's very, like, she loves talking to people. So it's
I
like,
love talking to people too, so I think we can understand
I
each other.
think, like, you and my mom are very similar people, and I'm, like, on the opposite side of the spectrum where it's like, I don't wanna talk to
Like
people.
she'll be in her room, and I'll be like, "Hey,
Yeah,
Jane," and he'll be like, "Hey, Isa," and then I'll talk for a whole
yeah.
40 minutes with her mom.
Ugh.
Which has been crazy but good. But now to kind of finish, do you think living with a person with such a different background like I am?
I mean, to be honest, way that you've helped me most is just making me clean up my shit. Like, it's hard for me to, like, comprehend sometimes when I leave stuff out because it's like, well, I'm gonna come back for this either in like a few hours or like the next day. So it's like when
Right.
I leave stuff out, I always think like, meh, because like I was by myself. But like living with you has taught me to be more considerate of like my environment, especially when other people are around. But like, dude, I'm gonna be so sad when you leave because I'm gonna like keep it clean and I'm gonna be like, why am I keeping it clean? There's
For
no,
who am I
yeah, for
keeping
who
this
am I keeping
clean?
this clean for? But I don't think like our cultures really play like a big role into like who we, okay, they play a huge role into who we are as people, but like how we interact with each other, I don't think is very
It's
different.
not a
Yeah.
barrier.
There's no like,
Like even though we're so different, we
yeah,
can coexist.
yeah.
Even though the pantry is full of Korean foods and
I
all
do have
Korean
like a
stuff.
lot of random shit in the fan.
Yeah.
I do apologize for that. Like I have two spice cabinets. One of them is like filled to the brim with like American spices, Korean spices, like sugars.
Now you can tell which is my side
Yeah.
of the fridge because I have my
You have
magic
like
food and
yeah, and like you have a lot of like also fruits and stuff and
I
like
have a lot of
yogurts and like
yeah,
you look at my side and it's like all packaged like soups and like
like her
kimchi.
mom's
Like,
spicy food.
yeah. Like I have like a bunch of oh yeah, like the spicy food. You see like, bright red on my side of the fridge sometimes. It's just like, yes.
But we managed to live together
Yeah.
and it's really good. And I really hope, and this is something I will recommend to everybody that has a roomie, is like to really keep in touch.
Yeah.
It's one part of your life you'll never have again. Because then when you're an adult, you don't want to have a roomie always.
Well, I mean, with the way this economy is going, I'm probably gonna have a roommate for forever. You're right. I'm gonna make a bunch of money and I'm gonna get my own house.
You probably don't want to have a roomie when you're grown up.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the ideal.
Don't be afraid to have a roomie, but
Yeah.
boundaries is the best. It's the
Boundaries are
most
very important.
It's so enjoyable as well.
Yeah. It's really nice to actually like come home and then like someone's at the apartment. Cause it's like I always come home to an empty house. Like that's why I had Dobby. Like that's why I adopted him. Cause I was like, I don't like coming home and it being dead silent.
Right.
So, but it's like, oh, no, I don't want you to go. Dude, I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna be like, all your stuff's gone. Like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
That's gonna be hard. Like, because I'll be gone, but she'll see my empty room.
Like, what am I gonna do? My mom was like, can I move in? I was like, no, no, please leave.
Yeah. Thank you for being here in another episode to Desde Afuera podcast. And I hope you really like this topic about being roomies, which is like a really special topic for your journey abroad.
Yeah. Good luck. I hope you get a good roommate if you stay abroad, because it'll make or break your experience.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.